Hello friends, and welcome back to the Chillist, a soft-spoken ASMR series by me, K-Nite. Today we're playing a new game, Lifeless Planet. I've got my controller hooked up here. We're gonna see if this actually works. So I know very little about this game.
Ignition sequence start. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, good, my controller's working. But as I was saying, I know very little about this game. It came out like 6 years ago.
Oh, my head is killing me. It feels like I have a concussion. And where's my crew?
My head is foggy. The sound of my breath puffing in my helmet is hollow and distant. It's hard to tell how long I've been unconscious, and I'm worried that I might have a concussion. I wish I could lay back down and rest, see if the pain passes, but the situation is far too critical. To call that a hard landing would be kind. We crashed. Maybe the eggheads miscalculated the trajectory, or maybe we just hit a spell of bad luck. Whatever the case may be, this is not the paradise they described to us back home. There is no lush greenery, there is no sign of life at all. And where's my crew? I hope they're just securing a perimeter, and that I was only out for a few minutes. I need to find them, get their status, and figure out just what the heck happened. Crap, I need to do it before I run out of air. Okay, so that's our log. Got documents as well. Welcome to HoloTab, featuring a holographic display surface for extra portability and versatility. HoloTab 3000 is the latest in tablet technology. HoloTab automatically scans and translates written text in over 800 languages. In addition, this device may be used to compose and store mission log entries. ISSA document 004 PDA. Alright, so I think that's this. What we're using right now is the HoloTab. You can see in the top right corner, HoloTab 3200. I do want to apologize right off the bat. I do have a bit of a cold, if you hadn't noticed already. So if I do have to, I haven't had to like sneeze or cough very much, but if I find myself sneezing or coughing, I'll try and mute the mic before that happens. This game actually is free right now. It came out for free on Friday, and it'll be free till I think Thursday. So it's like free for a week on the Epic Game Store. So if you want to play it yourself, it is available for free on the Epic Game Store. Objective, you are low on oxygen. Get an oxygen supply before you pass out. It didn't seem like we could get oxygen from our spaceship, or our shuttle. Okay, so a little glare over there. Okay, there's low gravity on this planet. Maybe this was another mission to this planet, or one of oxygen tank filled. Estimated 8 hours remaining. Oh, I see. Oxygen supply module. Okay. Oxygen Supply Vehicle Model 8A. These supply vehicles will be sent to the planet 3 days in advance of the landing party to provide for longer excursions on the planet's surface. However, because unmanned probes have determined the planet is rich with life and oxygen levels on the planet are at near Earth levels, these supply vehicles may not be needed. Okay. Yeah, well, apparently like he said, their initial scans were wrong. Seems to be nothing here. So, one of my favorite YouTubers played this game.
I understand that even at twice the speed of light, your journey will take 15 years.
That's right. We'll be traveling so fast, our spacecraft will arrive at the planet before the transmission of this interview does. But it's still such a long trip. We'll be put into a sort of coma. Our heart rate will be slowed dramatically to minimize aging during the flight.
How do you prepare for this one-way mission, knowing you will never return to Earth?
Well, I have a volunteer crew of very skilled and focused individuals. We all have a deep desire to explore, to go somewhere new. And frankly, we also have few attachments here on Earth.
But I think the version he played might have been like an alpha or beta version, and from what I can tell, it's changed quite a bit since then. You know, since actual release, I guess, since that was before the actual release. But so far, I gotta say, I like the little bit of music we've heard. I like the voice acting seems really good already. Like, I mean, I love space. You know, my logo is, my K-Nite logo is the moon. And the background of my desktop, I've got 3 screens. And one is like the sun, one's the moon, and one is just like Earth. And they're not like the actual sun, Earth, and moon.
At least my jetpack works. Well, mostly.
Oh, I've got a jetpack. Okay. But yeah, I just love space. I think it's incredibly fascinating. And this game, you know, being called Lifeless Planet, I know it was kind of like the solo guy out here by himself. It just seemed to fit my Chillist format pretty perfectly. Everything about this mission is a disaster so far. The lander took a beating, and with it, most of the equipment. My suit is functional, but barely. The jetpack can still put out a single burst, which is useful for short jumps. I find I get the most distance when I trigger the burst at the top of my jumps. Okay. I'm gonna figure out which button the boost is. Or is it like a... No, I see it's like a double jump. Okay. I think we're jumping up there. Yeah, we can't... Oh, overshot that. Let me see if we can figure out where we're going first. Just up there. Okay. Trying to figure out our kind of our limits here. Yeah, just the vastness of space it's literally unfathomable, you know? It's hard for the human mind to even grasp how far, like, the next planet is, for one thing, let alone the next solar system. You know, like they were saying, the closest solar system to ours is like several light years away, and
Why are
you
there
know,
no signs of life on this planet?
but we are nowhere near being able to reach the speed of light with our current technology. And no one even knows really if it's possible to go that fast, because matter starts to act very strange like when you approach that speed. It's fascinating. No signs of life. I was following a trackway left behind by my crew, but got separated from their trail. Hopefully I can make my way around. In the meantime, I still can't understand why this planet is barren and lifeless. Our remote observations were conclusive. This planet was rich with life. So, where did it go? Maybe we just dropped in the wrong spot? But initial readings aren't coming up with any trace of biological activity. Like, I'm already starting to wonder if this is like, did he crash? Is he still awake? Or like, is he still in a coma? I mean, is this his thoughts on the way to the planet? Is it, is it real at all? Or did they actually land and there's just no life here? The scans were wrong. Okay. We going over there? Didn't quite make that jump. I don't know if we can make it that far. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to go around. But luckily it seems like there is no fall damage, which, makes sense because of the lower gravity on this planet. There we go. Oh no, I overshot it. See, I've never been a big platforming gamer. You're gonna have to be a little patient with me here. Okay. Do we want to push it down? Is that what we're doing? Okay. Okay, and then do we have to... No, let's just go ahead and move it closer. So I think we're using this to get up there. Is that... Okay. I don't think we can make it. Maybe that's what it's for. Maybe we need to use it to get over there.
I need to get up there somehow.
Okay. Oh, move it a little bit closer. Oh, close. We're close. There we go. All right. So I know this. I looked it up before I started playing, and like the official genre of this game is puzzle platformer. So it will be a bit puzzly, which if you know me, if you watch this series regularly, I love puzzle games. Well, also, like I said, not much of a platformer guy. Very strange sounds. Oh, there's some life. They like frogs? Maybe they're the ones making the noise. Huh. Okay, hopping up here. Alright, this seems promising. But today, right before I actually started recording this, I'm sure as many of you know, they just put Hamilton on Disney Plus. So I watched that. And I had never, I mean, obviously I sort of generally knew the story just because it's based on, you know, American history. But I'd never listened to the music or seen the show. Uh-oh. Did we pick it up? Maybe it wasn't a book. It kind of looked like a book, but I guess it was just
What is going on here?
Wow. All right, I am starting to think he's just like hallucinating this whole thing. This is one of the reasons I love space, because it just ups the stakes of everything, you know? Like if you're into a town like this, in the middle of a desert on Earth, it wouldn't be that surprising.
What is the point of all this? Okay, I need to stay calm.
Strange discovery. For 15 years, I hung in cryo like a bag of forgotten frozen vegetables. That's what they said anyway. They played us real good with that story they spun. Another planet, suitable for housing human life. Can't believe I fell for it. I have to actually compliment them on the lack of oxygen. That's a really nice touch. Of course, they probably just tampered with the meters. I bet I could take off my helmet right now. Is that what this is? A test to see how long it takes us to break protocol? I'm not some rocket jockey kid playing at being an astronaut. What in the world is the point of all this? And where did they take my crew? I need to stay calm. My head is still spinning from the crash. Probably need a doctor. I bet they think that's funny too. So, the ISSA, is that like the International Space Station Association or something? Or it might just be a completely made up crew, you know. It might have just been like a, oh, oxygen, nice.
У меня нет слов, чтобы выразить свою гордость в связи с началом наших экспериментов здесь, в этом новом мире. Когда мне описывали зеленый огонь, это звучало неправдоподобно, как будто из мультфильма.
Oh, sorry.
Я и не мог представить,
Was trying to.
что увижу такой красочный
Okay.
мир. Я
Let's just try and turn down the audio a little bit so I can kind of read over this guy. There are no words to emphasize my pride as I begin our experiments here on this new world. They are described. When they described the green fire to me, it sounded artificial, like something drawn in an animation. To imagine I would lay my eyes on a world so colorful, I am overwhelmed by its beauty. And now we begin a difficult journey to cultivate this place in the name of the motherland. The governments of the West call our intentions aggressive. They do not believe in the sovereignty that is our Soviet Union. But we have seen so many victories. We repelled Germany's aggression and our glorious rise to power, and fought with valor to spread the communist ideal to other broken nations. But what we accomplish here will drive the Soviet Union ahead of the entire world without ever firing a shot. We will power the entire Soviet Union with what we learn here. And I am the one who will lead us to victory. Alright, so that was, okay, I'm gonna turn the volume back up. That's something I'll probably have to keep in mind. Okay, so this seems like it's taking place in the past, during the time of the Soviet Union.
How is this possible?
Or this is like a replica of a Soviet Union town?
Maybe that trackway will lead me to my crew.
Yeah, probably. Or I mean, probably not, but that's probably where we're supposed to go next. I gotta say, I am already very intrigued by this story. I don't see anything. I don't see anything else here in town. One thing that kind of annoys me is the camera constantly wants to...
That's a long way down.
Yeah, we probably wouldn't survive that. And if we did, we probably wouldn't be able to get back up, so let's just avoid that. But the camera constantly wants to snap back to, like, behind our character here. I wonder if I can, like, even fix that in the settings, but probably not. Alright, let's... Okay, let me take a closer look at this flag. Yeah, it's just a Soviet Union flag. Thought there were, like, other symbols on it, but it's just got holes in it. Wonder if jumping's a little bit quicker. Okay, that seems like a barn. But as I was saying, I just feel like everything on this planet is gonna try and kill us. Just avoid that. Can we get in there?
There you are. Are you okay? Oh man, this is messed up. Listen, you're almost out of oxygen. I'm pretty low myself, but I'm gonna give you everything I can. I think there may be some air canisters in that town. Okay, you're gonna be all right now. Just hang in there, buddy. We'll figure this out together, all right? Whoa!
Was that like the monsters from Tremors? First half of code for access to Southern Laboratory 331. In keeping with security protocol, this portion of the security code must be kept separate from the other half of code. Right, so 331 is the first half of the code. Is that tornado thing gone? It seems to be. Alright, so do we need to head back into town? I think we do. And then find out, first of all, where this, and they called it a lab, right? Yeah. Find the other half of the code and find out where the lab itself is. Is that over there? Maybe we're going over there. See what this is. Oh, it's like a graveyard. Okay, we need to get oxygen soon.
These graves seem pretty makeshift. Like they were in a hurry to bury the bodies.
Discovered a collection of makeshift graves outside the town. Whatever and wherever this place is. Okay, hold on. I think I'll come back to reading that. I think we lost a bunch of oxygen because we gave it to our friend. Alright, there's a thing there too. I gotta come back for that. I'm not sure if, like, doing that, does our jetpack use oxygen? Okay. Alright. Hold on. I'm just gonna hang out here. Let me read that log again. Discovered a collection of makeshift graves outside the town. Whatever and wherever this place is, it seems things didn't end well for the inhabitants. You know, this kind of reminds me of a town that was like used for testing of nuclear weapons, you know? Kind of like in Indiana Jones, in the fourth one, the Crystal Skull. What was it? Kingdom of the Crystal Skull or something? It reminds me of that town in that. Life has gotten very hard here. Want to go home so much. My brother said I should make a list of things I miss about home. I smile when I think about these things. Hopefully we will be able to go back very soon. Things I miss from home. Chibarashka? Not sure what that is. It's probably like a game or something? I don't know. Laughter, music, babushka's samovar? I think babushka's like grandmother or something. Maybe that's like a food she makes. I don't know. Medicine? You miss medicine. Fresh bread, milk, mommy. Okay, let's see. Maybe this is the lab here. Kind of looks like a, you know, an entrance to an underground bunker or something.
It's locked.
Okay, so yeah. So this is where the underground bunker is, or the underground laboratory. Now we just need to find the other half of the code to get in. Okay. Oh, but anyways, back to Hamilton. I'll be honest, like, I'm not a big fan of musicals. And I say that as someone who, like, did theater as a kid. Like, for one, I'm not a great singer, so I was never into musicals. But, like, I always liked plays better than musicals. And I've always thought kind of the music in Broadway-style musicals was kind of bland, you know? Like, an example I like to use is, like, American Idiot, you know, by Green Day. They made an American Idiot musical out of it. And like if you listen to the actual Green Day music versus the music in the musical, it just seems kind of I have a hard time thinking of the word to describe it, but it's just kind of bland, and it's kind of almost dumbed down a little bit, you know, to kind of make it easier to listen to. But I think it kind of makes it boring in a way. I don't want to sound like super negative, but like I've just never been a big fan of musicals. That being said, I loved Hamilton. I thought it was really, really good, you know, because Alexander Hamilton, you know, I knew generally who he was. I knew he was like a politician around the time, you know, that America was being formed and founded. But I haven't taken time to get to know really, you know, more about him other than what I learned in like high school history class. And of course, everybody knows about, you know, him and Aaron Burr and their duel. But it was really, really interesting, you know, hearing his story. And, you know, for a musical, I gotta say the music was very good. How it was kind of, you know, hip hop, obviously very hip hop influenced, and I really enjoyed it, even more than I thought I would, because I kind of went in like the last musical I was like really excited for was Book of Mormon, because I'm a big South Park fan, and I love Trey Parker and Matt Stone. But I gotta, like, I kind of walked away disappointed from the Book of Mormon. I enjoyed it, but again, the music was just kind of simple and bland, and I'm trying to, I don't think I can, oh, I guess I can't make that jump. I don't know where I can, okay, so I must be, okay, I guess let's try walking back kind of where we came from, because I'm not, yeah, let's go ahead and top off our oxygen tank, head back this way, because I feel like I've kind of looked everywhere here already. Well, it almost seems like, you know, when we came out of that, you know, kind of came up that ramp and saw the Soviet Union plaque or whatever that was, it seemed like it, you know, teleported us here and probably like despawned where we came from. Oh, where's he? They're probably telling us we're reaching the end of the, as far as we can go.
Find my crew. It must be the other way.
Yeah, I guess we can't go this way. Yeah. Okay. I guess we'll just search a little bit further outside where we were looking. It might not be directly in the town then. But something I guess I didn't really know, and maybe maybe I learned it when I was in high school history class or something. But I didn't know Alexander Hamilton was an immigrant. I thought that was really interesting, and I could see why, like, Lin-Manuel Miranda kind of chose him as a subject, you know? Meteor crater. I found what appears to be a meteor crater, but in light of the nearby man-made structures, I'm questioning everything at this point. Even Earth has over 100 known craters, so a hole in the ground here doesn't really confirm any theories yet. Okay. Doesn't tell us anything about the lab code, though. I wonder if maybe one of the logs I already picked up had like the code hidden in it somewhere. Let me see. It probably wouldn't be in a log, maybe a document. No, this is the only other document I've found here, though. I just noticed the director report. This one here. The date. The 25th of June, 1978. But yeah. There's something else here I missed. So I guess we didn't really like search the barn thoroughly. So I guess we'll head back there and look a bit more. It's like the only thing we haven't thoroughly searched, so I guess we'll try that. It didn't seem like there was much to search here. Yeah, I don't think we can climb it in any way. I don't see anything over here. Yeah, I don't think we can jump up there. I wonder. Let's kind of stay over here. See if I missed anything back here. I wonder if I can, like, I don't know, push something or knock something down. Because they do have that mechanic in the game. Yeah, I think this is just down the cliff again. Yeah, definitely don't want to go down there. Alright. I think it's time we be a bit more methodical about this. I'm gonna start on this end of town and go house by house. Nothing there. Because before I was just kind of searching willy-nilly. Can we No, it doesn't seem we can push the barrels. What about these barrels? No. It's kind of interesting that they don't have a, like a gauge that tells you how much oxygen you have left. You just kind of gotta judge it on your own. Judge it by how much time you've been out. It's kind of interesting. I kind of like that. You know, there's certain like strategy-based games where you kind of want to have as much information as possible about every little detail. But lately more I'm finding I kind of like, you know, minimal UI in games especially like this, you know. It just kind of, it makes it a bit more immersive, you know, because right now, I mean, there's no UI at all on the screen. You know, there's no gauges, there's no buttons, there's no life meter. You know, I like that. Okay, I know we searched this because that's where we got that one letter about what that guy misses. Nothing else here. Mm-mm. It doesn't seem like we can go in any of these houses. We can kind of climb on top of pretty much all of them, I guess. Oh, okay. I see. See that in there, in that house with the roof that's torn up? I think we'll probably get in there. Okay, just gotta figure out how. I'm gonna guess we have to, oh, we can push this one. Okay. Is that enough to get us up here? There we go. Okay. Second half of the code for access to Southern Laboratory 549. In keeping with security protocols, this portion of the security code must be kept separate from all other half of code. Okay, so do we have to memorize it? Let me see. 331549. 331549. 331549. Hopefully when we get over there it'll just, you know, kind of open the door, but we can put in the code if we have to. I'm not opposed to that. I don't know. I have no idea what's going to be in this lab. The music sounds very ominous though. Okay, yeah, it's just opening. Research complex. Oh wow, it is very dark down here. I think the my recording program making it look a bit brighter, but On my screen it is very dark. Or right, okay, got a flashlight, nice, that helps. Oh, another bed. We could have a... Thinking maybe the beds were like a warning of like, because the first time we saw that bed, those rocks came falling down the hill towards us. But it seems to be okay. If it is a warning, it's not like an immediate warning. Okay, I think I'm starting to see where this is heading. Yeah, okay. I think we gotta jump over here, then jump in here. Turn on the power. Can we... Is that like the anthem of the Soviet Union? I'm not sure. I'm just gonna guess that it is. It's very loud. Okay, this kind of looks like a classroom of some kind. Oh, we got a skeleton.
3 ночи назад мне удалось запереться в комнате. Может, мне повезет, и они не смогут залезть.
3 nights ago, I managed to barricade myself in the room. With any luck, they won't be able to get in here. Of course. All I've done is lock myself into my own tomb. I realize I'm near the end. The calls from the other posts have dwindled over the last 2 days. It's been hours since anyone responded. I've made peace with the idea of my death, but I wish I didn't have to face it alone. Poor guy. Yeah, okay. So something was trying to get in. I didn't think this was a horror game, but I don't know, it might end up being a horror game. Like I said, I looked up the genre, and
I bet I can make use of this.
oh, nice, dynamite. Didn't say anything about it being a horror game. Okay, so where are we trying to blast through? Oh, here? It looks like this is where he barricaded. Oh yeah, there's stuff on the other side. How far away do we have to be? Okay.
So the Russians found some kind of portal that transported them to this planet. And then things went terribly wrong.
Okay. So it seems like this is, you know, current times. But the Russians have already been here. It seems like, because we've got a, I mean, you can't really see right now because of the lighting. But yeah, we've got like a American flag on our, like our oxygen tank there. So it seems like the Russians have been here though, already. And like the US told us that we were the first ones to come here. I mean, maybe the US just didn't know, but I'm not sure. sure the Russians came here for a reason. I'm sure the US sent us here for a reason. I found my way into some sort of research facility, came across the skeletal remains of one former lab worker. Documents nearby indicate the Russians built some sort of portal system that led here. I'm still not certain where here is. This place appears to be a colony. Like they weren't fully established before something went wrong. This is like the medical bay. Yeah, looks like they got, beds and partitions here. And yeah, the whole thing looks very run down.
Вирус распространяется все быстрее. Все попытки сдержать его, пока не увенчаются.
The virus is spreading faster now. All our efforts to contain it have so far been futile. We haven't given up hope, however, and my colleagues are working tirelessly. We are not dealing with terrestrial species, and thus there is so much we don't know. The challenge is so great, and yet we will prevail. We must prevail. Okay. So, we're dealing with a virus. And I'm wondering if it's like a virus that's turning people into zombies or something. Okay. Seems like some kind of radioactivity or something.
Great. I think my mind is playing tricks on me.
My mind is playing tricks on me. I thought for a moment I was back on Earth. After the hallucination passed, I found a human trackway leading out of the underground facility. The footprints glow green for reasons I can't explain. I took some samples, but haven't had time to analyze. The footprints seem to lead out of the facility, so for now I'm going to follow them, but with caution. Emphasis on the caution. Are we going to be able to... This one? Oh, I think this one's kind of busted. Oh, I got a feeling. Yeah. They're gonna get in the fan and break it. No. Looks like we gotta give it a little extra push. Alright. Following the footprints, I guess. Still keeping an eye out for other stuff, but...
I need to find a way to turn this on.
What is this? Is like a lift or a zip line or something? Okay. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Is that... Okay. So it's like a... yeah. A lift of some kind. Okay. Can you push the button? There we go. It helps when I push the right button. Getting rock slides in here as well or something. No. Looks like
Maybe there's a way around.
yeah, they went through there, but there was a rock slide that was preventing us from going that way. I don't see anything in here. It's gonna break while we're in it. Oh, we're good. Okay. Is that the other side? Okay, so yeah, that's the rock slide there, so we're on the other side of it now. Go. Do they just circle around? What?
Looks like they were trying to mine this stuff. I hope it isn't radioactive.
We've located an abandoned mining operation. The rocks here appear to share the same phosphorant properties of the human footprints I'm following. I suspect there's some radiation involved here. Not sure if this area is safe, so I'm moving on. Following the green footprints as best I can. Okay, so this is probably what they were here for? Okay, we can still see the green footprints down there. They kind of seem to stop. I think there was a stairwell. Okay. I don't know if there's a reason to go down there. I don't see anything like anything to pick up. He'll probably just say, oh, the footprints stop here, but how do we get up there? Oh, well. Oh, no. Well, I guess we're going down there. Where am I? Okay, I see. I guess we'll head over here since we're down here. See if there's anything here. Can't go under there. No. Alright, let's head back up again. This game does a very good job of like setting the mood, you know. It's very atmospheric, I guess. It hasn't said anything about oxygen since we've been down here, right? So I think either there's oxygen here or we just have a lot of oxygen stored up. Okay. Go down there, up there. I think I see like some sort of facility up here. We don't really see the footprints anymore. So there's like some of that green stuff, whatever it is. Oh wow. That's a big old facility for maybe like a power facility? I don't know. But we will find that out next time. Is there a person up there? Can you kind of see that in the middle there? I'm not sure if that's a person or not. I don't know. But yes, we will find that out next time. Alright guys, I hope you have a wonderful week. Thank you for watching, and have a good one. Bye.